Good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Club Brother, the host of Club, the Whole Sports Board, coming to you live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area, that is. Today, ladies and gents, I will talk to you guys about the fact that Mike McCarthy is the new Cowboys coach. I will talk to you guys about the fact that Tua Tagovailoa will be going to the 2020 NFL Draft. Wrestle Kingdom 14 results. Patriots losing to the Titans. Where Tom Brady goes from here, whether he stays or goes, that is, or he retires. I'll talk to you guys also about the fact that the Saints got robbed yet again. And that's all the news I'm going to have just for that for today. So I'm going to start things off with just a little bit of breaking news, which I addressed earlier today. That is, and a lot of you guys have known this by now, that former Packers coach who went 9-13 last season, made a Super Bowl with the Packers, that is, when they took out the Steelers, won a Super Bowl, that is. Aaron Rodgers, though, got released from the Packers for sure. Former Packers coach Mike McCarthy happens to be the new Cowboys coach. So even though the Cowboys aren't in the playoffs anymore, Mike McCarthy, that is, being the new coach for the Cowboys, well, would say it's probably maybe not a good decision, although I could be saying that this goes to Cowboys dearly. So it's obvious that, well, perhaps the Cowboys, just aren't the kind of team that they want to be. Now, will Dak Prescott ever get a new contract? Will he ever, is he going to stay with the Cowboys, or is he going to, get traded? Because even though his contract does run out, that is with the Cowboys, his contract does run out. He may probably get a new one, maybe try to renew the offer, or he may just get traded to another team, and the Cowboys can put a franchise tag on him, though. But I do think it's safe to say, I'm not sure how Dak Prescott's going to respond to it, how he's going to react, or how Zeke Elliott's going to react as well. But I think it's safe to say that the Cowboys may not be going nowhere. So it's just safe to say that the Cowboys at this very point in time, well, aren't going to go nowhere, aren't going to win a lot of games, and more importantly, just won't get that far. So it's just safe to say the Cowboys at this point, just aren't getting anywhere with Mike McCarthy. I mean, can Mike McCarthy even help the Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl? Get to the playoffs, win a playoff game, and get to the Super Bowl? I think not. So even though, it could happen, though, I mean, Jerry Jones, even though Mike McCarthy was singing at Jerry Jones' house, and you knew something was going down there, something went up behind closed doors, and Jerry Jones did hand Mike McCarthy, or gave Mike McCarthy a contract offer that's going to have to be the new Cowboys coach. You knew something was going on in there. So now it's out that Mike McCarthy is new Cowboys coach. So how would Dak and does he respond? Is Dak Prescott getting a new contract on him? He may not. So just have to see if that ensues, by the way. So hopefully all's well for next season for those Ryan Cowboys. And even though they've won, they may be good, just not good enough. But if Dak Prescott leaves the Cowboys, that's it for him. Even though his contract does run out, though, with the Cowboys. So won't look too good then. So hopefully everything turns out fine for that. Also, another I do want to address, by the way, that Tua Tagovailoa, he will be declaring and going to the 2020 NFL Draft. So even though Tua Tagovailoa has dealt with he's dealt with numerous injuries, like the hip surgery he sustained, that is, and unfortunately for him, this is a good decision. Even though his brother, he's with the he's staying with his team, Bama being the new quarterback there. So my question that I have, though, is Tua Tagovailoa's brother going to be a Heisman Trophy finalist? Is it going to help Bama make it back to the playoffs for next season? And could he be on the radar? And for Tua Tagovailoa, on the flip side, even though Tua Tagovailoa made a good decision, him going to the 2020 NFL Draft, that's the right decision he's ever made. But I think his draft stock is going to have a mutual effect because of all the injuries he sustained, by the way. So I do think that Tua Tagovailoa could be going to on the top 5 NFL draft picks. So he could go number 1, number 2, number 3. that is, first-round draft pick. And it's just safe to say that Tua Tagovailoa, he will indeed have a future NFL rookie MVP season, and he could also be a future MVP candidate as well, though. So make no mistake about it, though. Wherever he goes, that is, whether it could be for the Giants, G-Men, whether it could be for Jets, Broncos, even the Eagles, maybe Skins, or that is, even those Ryan Cowboys. Even though I would probably say Patriots, I'm not sure it's going to safe to say that, though, because fortunately they're not doing so good. But if Tua Tagovailoa, that is, got drafted somewhere, I mean, if it was the G-Men being the new quarterback there, I would be surprised. I would be really, really surprised. So it is surprising to me that Tua Tagovailoa made a good decision of him going to the 2020 NFL draft, though. But the injuries he sustained, and he's come from hip surgery, I do think it's just safe to say that Tua Tagovailoa, that is, he's done where he's gotten to where he's at. So I'll give him credit due. I think Tua Tagovailoa made a good decision, and I think that he's gonna make a good impression on the NFL. And I also think that Tua Tagovailoa's rankings they're gonna go up, though. So I think it's just safe to say that this is a good move for him, for his family members, and for Nick Saban for sure, and also just wants to repeat history with yet again. He may have been a Heisman Trophy finalist, but I do think that one of these days the Tua Tagovailoa is going to show up, and whichever team is going to get him, I look forward to seeing him improve more. I look forward to seeing him avoid the injuries, and I hope he doesn't get injured in this NFL debut, that is. So that will be in question. The injuries are going to be in question for the NFL draft. So it is safe to say that Tua. I mean, it is. I mean, I was ready to start time. Tua Tagovailoa going to the 2020 NFL draft is a good decision he's ever made. Ain't nothing wrong with that, though. But I do think it's safe to say that he's going to do what's got to be done. So no doubt about it, though. He won't disappoint, no doubt. So look forward to that. And Tua Tagovailoa is going to make a good impression, the future NFL MVP, and he'll make good on his own behalf and everyone else's. So whoever which team gets him, look forward to seeing him improve more, and look forward to seeing him get a playoff spot, and look forward to seeing him being his own Super Bowl champ. That will take time. That will take some time. So not going to jump to conclusion just yet. And other things I do want to point out, by the way, well, even though the Patriots, they just lost, they got an early elimination, they got an early exit, even though they got eliminated by the Titans. So basically, it's obviously safe to say that nobody wanted the Patriots to be back in the Super Bowl. Nobody did. And Tom Brady, whether he's going to stay, whether he's going to get traded, be a free agent, or whether he's going to retire, the option I got, him going to retirement. Now look, Patriots, they got eliminated by the Titans, and they're not going to be 7-time Super Bowl champs. Nope, they will not. And although, lost by 7 points to the Titans, well, it's just safe to say that, they just had it coming. Patriots had it coming, though, even though, I mean, I thought the Patriots were going to beat the Titans and that they're going to lose to the Chiefs in the divisional round, the AFC. Didn't happen there. So it's obvious that the Patriots, they got eliminated early, and this Patriots dynasty is falling apart by now. What's that do for Belichick? You think he's going to, consider, is he going to stay or is he going to go? What about Tom Brady's sake? Tom Brady, he's got a lot to think about on the table. Whether he stays where he's at, hangs it up, retires, that is, and he's done with it. Tom Brady's got to retire. He's 42. He's 42. He's going to be 43 in October. He's going to be 43 this year in 2020. So really, Tom Brady, TB12, you got to go. You're not going to be 7-time Super Bowl champ. You may be the GOAT for sure. You may be a 6-time Super Bowl champ, but your team is gone. Your team is done. It's over for you, Tom Brady. You may be getting old. I mean, you're first ballot Hall of Fame. We get all that. But sometimes in life, you gotta call it. You gotta call it up. You gotta call it a career. And so now the loss may have cost him. The reason why that is because the Spike Game Volume 2, where that videographer was getting off of perspective of the Bengals sideline, that may cause the Patriots to lose to the Titans. No secret how that ensued. So really, Tom Brady's going to have to think about, and if he considers retiring in the offseason, I would be surprised. So Patriots are done for, and that's all there is to it. And they will not be going to Super Bowl 54. Nope, they will not. So that's all you need to know for that. And I'll let you know what Tom Brady's going to do and how things are going to unfold there. So a lot to be said about that. A lot to be said. Another thing I do want to point out, I want to address to you guys about the Wrestle Kingdom Night 2 results. So here they are, ladies and gents. You had Hiromu Takahashi and Ryu Lee. They defeat Jushin Thunder Liger and Naoki Sano. Roppongi 3K, they retain the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. Zack Sabre Jr. retains the British Heavyweight title. Jon Moxley retains the IWGP US title. Afterwards, Minoru Suzuki attacks him. And everyone could see Jon Moxley versus Minoru Suzuki for the IWGP US title at New Year's Dash, to say the very least, and that could happen. So look forward to that. And I'll get you guys a result for New Year's Dash 2020, by the way, for that. Hiroki Goto retains the Never Openweight title. Jay White defeats Kota Ibushi. Y2J Chris Jericho defeats Hiroshi Tanahashi. So basically, the stipulation was if Hiroshi Tanahashi defeats Y2J Chris Jericho, he gets an AEW title opportunity. That is, by the way, somewhere down the road. So no AEW title match for Tanahashi, even though he lost. And Chris Jericho said on the press conference, he says that the AEW and NJPW and New Japan are trying to collaborate with each other and trying to have some working relationship. So it could happen in 2020. So is it gonna happen? So let me know about that, and I'll definitely respond and address that for sure. Also, Tetsuya Naito, he becomes the first ever individual to hold the IWGP champ title and the IWGP Intercontinental title. Now he becomes the IWGP champ and the IWGP Intercontinental champ as well. After that, he gets sacked by Kenta, that is who is formerly known as Hideo Itami. That's by the way. So Kenta attacks Naito, holds both the IWGP title and the IWGP Intercontinental titles, by the way. So you might see Naito versus Kenta for the IWGP title and the IWGP Intercontinental titles for sure. So it'll be really good to see, and hopefully that is just so. Those were the legends are your Wrestle Kingdom 14 Night 2 results, and that's all you need to know just for that. So that's all you need news to it. Also, I want to address to you guys this though, that Saints pass came back to haunt them because they just got robbed yet again because of an offensive pass interference, a push off from Kyle Rudolph that caused, and basically the Vikings had the touchdown, but then again, Saints got robbed yet again. I mean, it was a push of everyone you guys saw it. Every single one of you guys saw how that went down. And apparently, Saints fans were very upset. Now, that wasn't reviewed. That was not reviewed. And the ref made a mistake not calling it, not throwing the flag in there. So you might see Saints fans protesting yet again. I mean, maybe see a protest bowl volume 2 or the boycott bowl volume 2 because of an offensive pass interference with a little push on Kyle Rudolph, and Kyle Rudolph made the touchdown. But really, that caused the Saints to lose yet again. And then I go into Super Bowl 54. This is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You got to be kidding me. They can't make this up. I mean, look, they're supposed to make pass interference calls reviewable. That one call that was not reviewed, that offensive pass interference call from Kyle Rudolph, that wasn't even called, and that wasn't reviewed. Like, really? It was a push-off. The ref missed the call and made a bad decision. So, really, there needs to be some poetic justice. That did not simple. I'm sorry. Ridiculous. And you call that, a good? No, it's not good. This is Saints getting robbed volume 2 yet again, and I'm not happy with this at all. I mean, Saints, they had every right to be in the Super Bowl 54. They had every right to be in there. Now they're not because of this because of them getting robbed yet again. This is ridiculous. It's bull crap's what it is. It's complete bull crap. And I didn't appreciate it. I really didn't appreciate that. So the Saints, they need to avoid getting robbed because that's the second time that's happened. Everyone saw what happened last year when the Saints got robbed of a blatant missed pass interference call, and that wasn't reviewed, by the way. Then their pass comes back to home again this past week when they lose to the Vikings of a missed offensive pass interference call. It's just ridiculous. They can't make this up no way. They just can't do that. It's just uncalled for. So what do you guys say for yourselves? Really? So I didn't take too kind on that at all. Hopefully there's going to be some resolution to that, and hopefully something's going to be done. And hopefully that doesn't happen again. Any more games. Hopefully I'll miss on that. All right, so now others I do want to address, by the way, that Thunder Rosa's winning Tokyo, Joshi, Pro International Princess Sun. Congrats to her on that. And that's all there is to it just for now. And nothing more to be said on that. So that's all you know just for now, for that part. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it there for the Khalil Daiwo Sports Board. Please be sure to subscribe to the Khalil Daiwo Sports Board YouTube channel and Facebook page by all means necessary. Be sure to send me comments, your tweets, your reactions, your thoughts, and tell me what you think of Mike McCarthy being the new coach for the Cowboys. Let me know in the comments, some of your reactions, your tweets, your thoughts about it as well. What you think of Tua Tagovailoa going to the 2020 NFL Draft? Let me know if you think it's going to make a good impression for the 2020 NFL Draft. Let me know if you think it's going to be rookie MVP for the NFL Draft. And also, it's going to have an MVP season. It was going to be MVP conversation. And see who's going to avoid the injuries. Let me know about that. I will definitely address and respond to that for sure. What you thought about the West Kennedy 14 results, by the way, and let me know about that in the comment section. I would definitely respond and address that for sure, and nothing more to be said. So all that you got to know. And let me know what you think Tom Brady's going to do. You think he's going to retire, or if he's going to get traded some other team? Let me know about that for sure. I'll definitely address and respond, and that's all you need just for now. So that's all I got to say for that. So take care, you guys. You guys have a good night. Bye-bye.